Hello, am I audible to you? Is the screen clearly visible and am I audible to you? Okay, hello everyone. I welcome you all to Startup Academy. Let us begin with today's demo session. Before beginning with the demo session, I would like you to know that this demo session is of Assistant Director in Census Operation. Only those who have filled the form are eligible to this, and it is beneficial for them. And you can see the the demo class, how we are going to attempt it and how we are going to attempt the whole syllabus, cover the whole syllabus within the 4 months before your examination. And we will be discussing each and every detail, how we are going to go in the journey using our strategy so as to score as much marks as we can in the final examination. So I think most of you are here. Those who aren't, they can rewatch the recorded lecture. Let us begin. Let us not waste our time. So, since you already know that we are preparing for Assistant Director in Census Operation, this is a post which is released by UPSC, and last time the exam was held in 2023, and after 3 years, this has been again released by the UPSC in 2026. I have discussed everything about the UPSC's notification in very detail about this ADCO in the very detail in our previous lecture video. We will not be going on that notification part. If you want to know about it, you can go to our notification lecture video. Today we'll be discussing that how we are going to attempt uh, the final strategy, or how we are going to do this journey in order to complete our course within time. So, as you already know, that we are having 4 months. So, this is kind of a crash course for all of you. For 4 months, we will be running like a crash course. We'll be subjectively covering every topic in detail, and also the small important points. We'll be covering that as well. And we will be having a thorough explanation of everything. First of all, let us see what does the syllabus includes. So, our syllabus has been given here. Let us consider the syllabus. So this is the raw syllabus of assistant director. This was last released in 2023. We will be considering the same syllabus. Now almost the same syllabus follows every time when the vacancy comes. So we will be considering it whenever the syllabus arrives of this year's ADCO vacancy. Then we will be checking it and making sure that nothing will be missed by us, and we will be doing it. We will be thoroughly checking it and finalizing that whether there are any changes or not. Usually, there are no changes in the syllabus of the examination because maximum of the time UPSC remains same. The syllabus of the UPSC remains same because it is very vast, and there might be many minor changes. Then we will see it afterwards. So, what does this syllabus tells us? First of all, the first point of the syllabus is composition of Indian population. The three most important points that should be kept in mind are population, studies, broadly if we classify, census, all the types of census in India, not the not just the only census which is the biggest one, but also the under whatever census is under it comes, like economic census, like NSS, national census survey, everything we will be considering under that. Then comes statistical methods. Then come general awareness, and then come quantitative aptitude. Quantitative aptitude includes mathematics as well as reasoning. Both of them are included. So in our classes, we will be covering these three topics very thoroughly. Maximum of the marks will be covered by you within these topics, and these topics we won't be covering in our lectures because we are our background is of statistics, so we think and we are very much efficient in these topics which are related to statistics or official statistics actually. And the one GS and quantitative aptitude, we won't be discussing about them. So our course includes only these three topics but in very detail. Okay, now if we talk about the syllabus in detail, it is the composition of Indian population. This is a part of our population studies only. Demographic, social, economic, and cultural factor affecting age-sex structure of the population and its relevance in population dynamics, levels, trends, and differentials of mortality and fertility rate. So these topics are inclusion of vital statistics as well as population studies. So we'll be covering them. Then comes population aging, simply population studies. So concepts and measure of population aging, components of population aging, trends and patterns of aging in India and states. States of India only they are talking about demographic dividend and demographic rates and ratio. Demography, part of demography, we will be discussing it. Then evolution and development of population policies and family welfare programs in India. This also is about the census only, so we will be discussing them in detail. Then comes statistical methods of population analysis, frequency distribution, descriptive and inductive in statistics, measures of central tendency, mean, median, and mode, measures of dispersion, range, variance, and standard deviation, correlation, and linear regression, introduction to statistical test hypothesis, and test of significance. Everything will be covered by us. Population surveys, everything in detail will be covered by us. Economic reforms in India since 1991 will also be covered by us. Time series and index numbers, important part. Many questions have come in the PYQ, if you see it clearly, will be covered by us in very detail. Design of sample survey, which is nothing but sampling only, will be covered by us in detail. We won't be doing it in detail like the descriptive portion. We'll be just following the final formulas and the theory behind it, just so you can understand it clearly and apply it in the exam. We'll be doing some questions today in today's lecture so that you realize how the question comes and how do we have to prepare for the exam actually. Then the rest are not the portion that we are going to cover. So till here, we'll be covering everything of yours. Out of 12 topics, 9 are completed by us. And the strategy of ours is that we will be taking total 4 months. In that, we will be providing you with live batches, Then we will be providing you with the PDFs that will be discussing the doubt sessions, as well as we will be having the mock tests, a weekly mock test, so that when we are preparing, so every week you will be having the mock test based on the PYQ that we already have of 2023. So these 4 months we our batches will be going like this, live batches. Every day we'll be having 2 hours class, and in that we'll be discussing the topic in detail, and also with regard to the objective paper, then the PDFs, then the ones that we'll be discussing, every PDF will be provided to you in detail. And after that, even if you in live sessions also you can ask your doubt. Other than that, we'll be having a small portion of time where you can ask your doubt in the doubt sessions. And also we will be discussing about the doubts. You can also ask us anytime when you are studying at home. You can ask us doubt anytime on the WhatsApp. We will be available to you and will be there to clear your doubts. And also mock test every week. Suppose we have completed a portion in 1 week, and at the end of the week, which is the weekend, we'll be taking one mock test of yours, wholly based on the pattern of the 2023 PYQ. And that is how you're going to check whether you are going in the right direction or not. So this will be included in the package that we are providing to you. And one more thing I would like to highlight here, that suppose the exam, previously the exam was in 4 months, so we have taken the time limit as 4 months. Suppose when the release date comes and the exam is farther, suppose now if it is held in December, and we are considering it that it will be held in December. So we are taking everything according to that. We have strategized everything according to that. But if the final date is in January, then this 1 month will also be covered by us only. Our plan or the procedure and everything will be shifted for one more month. There is no extra pay for that. It will be included in this only. Till your exam appears or till your exam is there, we will be having the class continuously. So that's the plan. And let us see how we are going to solve some of the questions so that you analyze. We have taken the paper of 2023 only, so that you analyze how the question paper is and how we are going to attempt it and how we are going to do it here. So suppose I think that this point is clearly visible to you. This question paper is clearly visible to you. Now, the first question says that a sampling size of 2 is drawn from the population of size 10. So, our sample size, population size capital N is 10 and sample size small n is 2. Now, there is a SRSWOR method. We are using two methods. SRSWOR, simple random sampling with replacement, simple random sampling without replacement. When we talk about simple random sampling with replacement, then the total number of possible samples are 2 raised to the power 10. It is n raised to the power sorry. The total number of possible samples are 10 raised to the power 2. Capital N raised to the power small n. And when we are talking of sample without replacement, the total number of sample are 10C2. So 10C2 can be written as 10 into 9 upon 2 into 1, which gives us 45. Now what have they asked? They have asked us what is the difference between these numbers. So this is 10 square, which is 100, and this is 45. When we calculate the difference between them, 100 minus 45, it will give us the answer as 55, which is option number C as the correct answer. Okay. Now moving towards the next question. Here they have given us that using systematic sampling. Now systematic sampling is we have a fixed number in between, and suppose I am taking the first unit as 1 and I have fixed the number as 5. So the second unit will be 1 plus 5, which will be 6. Then the third unit will be 6 plus 5, which will be 11, and so on. It will keep on going. So the same question has been asked here. The total number of samples are capital N, which is 25. Small n has been given to us as 5. Means we have to take a sample of 5 elements. So the first selected unit is 4. So the first unit is 4. They have already given to us. So option B cannot be the answer because the first unit is 5 here. Now the second unit, when we have to select it, we have to see the difference in between. So the difference will be 5 only. So 4 plus 5, then the third one, this will become 9. Then the third one will be 9 plus 5, which will become 14. And then the fourth one will be 14 plus 5, which will become 19. And the last one will be 19 plus 5, which will become 24. So this is the sample that we actually have got from using systematic sampling. And the correct option that matches with it is option number C, if you clearly see that. Okay. Now moving forward with another question, which is our seventh question. This is a theoretical question based on the concepts. So as I said to all of you that we will be considering the concepts as well as the final formula so that we know how can we use it in the exam. Both are very important for the exam point of view. So they have used cluster sampling and they have asked us that the cluster are of which nature. So every time when we use cluster sampling, the clusters that are formed, the different clusters that are formed are always non-overlapping and heterogeneous in nature. Don't get it confused by stratas. Stratas are homogeneous in nature and are of equal size, but here clusters are non-overlapping and heterogeneous in nature. The only thing heterogeneous makes it different from other three parts. Now moving towards the eighth question. Now we all should be aware of one result. One result in sampling is very important. When we compare variance of simple random sampling and variance of systematic sampling and variance of stratified random sampling, then variance of simple random sampling is the greatest and variance of stratified is the smallest among them all. So here they have given us the values and we have to calculate. So suppose I have to make this largest. So making this largest will be n, making this smallest will be 1 upon n, and making this in the middle will be 1. If I consider these values which has been given, this is how we compare them. So here n is 5, so it is 5 ratio 1 ratio 1 upon 5. So consider it, variance of simple random sampling is 5, variance of stratified is 1 by 5, and variance of systematic is 1. So our ratio is 5 is to 1 upon 5 is to 1, which is our option number B as the correct option. So this is how we're going to do the sampling questions and also the techniques, how we can solve it. If you don't know about this, then you cannot solve this and hence you can reduce your marks in the final examination. Then talking about the second topic are the topic related to population studies. So when we talk about the population studies, so first question, every population study question will be theoretical. We have to revise it again to get the good marks. First question says, for which of the following census of India presents data regarding India's population? At ward level, yes, they represent. At village level, yes, they represent. At tehsil or taluka level, yes, they represent. But at parliamentary or legislative assembly level, they don't represent. So the answer will be 1, 2, and 3, which is option number A. Now moving towards the question related to Census of India, they have asked us which topics are covered in the Census of India. Population tables, social and cultural table, migration table, tables on other backward classes, tables on scheduled castes or scheduled tribes. So population table is covered, social and cultural tables is covered, migration tables is covered, and tables of on SC and ST are also covered. But OBC are not covered, and hence our option 1, 2, 3, and 5 is the correct, which is option number D. When we move forward to another question, which states that which of the following are the biomarkers? From the question itself, we should know that it is related to bio. So, in National Family Health Survey, NFHS. Now, the one that is related to our biology will be weight, yes, obviously. Height, yes. Blood pressure, yes. But the name is not related to the body, means we are named by by our parents, something like I am named Shruti. So but that is not a part of my body, that is the name I carry. So this is not a biomarker, and hence our answer, our option number A is the correct, which is 1, 2, and 3. Weight is related to my body, height is related to my body, and blood pressure is also related to my body, and hence these three are our biomarkers. Now moving towards another question. This question is about index number, price index number. Marshall and Edgeworth price index number. From the formula only, we know that when we calculate Marshall and Edgeworth price index number, then it will be equal to summation P1 with the average of quantities Q0 plus Q1 upon 2 as the price upon summation of P0, which is the base year price, Q0 plus Q1 upon 2 as the quantity, the weight into 100. So this is the Marshall Edgeworth price index, and hence they have asked us which is considered as weight in Marshall Edgeworth. So quantities of the given year, base year, average of the quantity base year and given year, square root of the product of quantity of base year and given year. Since you all can see here, we have taken it average, so it will be average only. Quantity of the given year is considered in past years, quantity of the base year is considered in last years, and square root of the product of quantity is considered in Dolbish-Bowley index number. This is how it is considered. Now moving towards the demographic dividends and rates, we have two questions. I have taken each kind of question so that you realize that we will be covering every topic. So here they have given us what is correct about crude death rate. Now crude death rate is the easiest or the most simplest death rate that has been covered. It can be used for population comparison over time only for stable population. Yes, that is true. It is a population rate. Yes, that is true. It gives the rate of population depletion over time. Yes, that is also true. It takes account of differential mortality within the population. No. Differential mortality means it considered sex and age, which is not true regarding the crude death rate because it only considered the total population, and hence our option number 4 is wrong, which states that 1, 2, and 3 are correct, and hence our option number A is the correct option for this question. Now moving towards another question from the demographic rate and ratios. Which of the following is correct regarding the infant mortality rate, IMR? When we consider the infant mortality rate, which one is correct? So here, if we see this, that it is computed for census data. Yes, that is true. It is based on total number of births in the same region within the same calendar year. Yes, that is true. It is a probability rate. Sorry, it is a probability rate. No, it is probability ratio. It is computed for census data. No, this is not correct. Only it is not only computed for census data. It is computed for other purposes as well. It excludes fetal death. Yes, that is true. It is based on total number of births in the same region within the same calendar year. No, this is not. Total number of live births it should be there. That is why this thing is wrong. and hence our option number C is the correct option, which says that it excludes fetal deaths. Fetal means the babies that are in the womb of the woman are known, or the mother are known as fetal. Now, considering the questions regarding the statistical methods and hypothesis testing, so we have two important questions here. Let us consider them. We have been given regression equations y on x and x on y. So from here we can write beta yx is equals to 3.2 correlation coefficient of x on y on x, and beta xy is equals to zero point 0.2. We have calculated this here, and what have they asked? What is the value of correlation coefficient? So the correlation coefficient is the multiplication of beta xy into beta yx, the square of correlation coefficient. So if we take them, it is 3.2 into zero point 0.2, which gives us 0.64. And this is the value of r square. If we have to calculate the value of r, it will be under root of 0.64, which will give us as zero point 0.8 as the answer, which is our option number C. Direct implementation of the formulas. We'll be dealing these kind of questions as well in the coming lectures. Now we want to test the hypothesis. H naught has been given mu is equals to 5. H1 has been given mu is not equals to 5. So when we talk about simple hypothesis, then it is whenever we give the exact value to some variable. So suppose mu, the mean is equals to 0. So we have given the exact value. Whenever we don't tell about the values of for the vectors. Suppose we mention it mu is not equals to 0, or mu is greater than equal to 0, or mu is less than equal to 0. All these things are considered as our composite hypothesis. From here you can say that H1 is hypothesis and H1 is composite hypothesis. The one that matches our answer is H0 is simple hypothesis and H1 is composite hypothesis, option number C. Okay. Now moving towards our last question of the day, which is related to the population features of a stable population. When we consider this, rate of overall change in population is always zero. Yes, this is true statement, because rate of overall change in population is always zero. The increase and the decrease will make it equal to zero. Population has a constant age sex distribution. Yes, this is also true. It is have the age sex, the assumptions we are talking about. Population is close to immigration and immigration, true. Population experience same mortality and fertility rate at each age, no. Suppose in this year the mortality rate is 51 per thousand people and the fertility rate is 125 per thousand people. It doesn't mean that the next year the mortality and fertility rate will remain same. The persons who are born in this year will not be exactly equal to the persons who are born in the next year. So it is not possible. Miraculously, it can happen, but it is not purposely or genuinely possible, necessarily possible. So hence this statement is false. And hence our option number 1, 2 and 3 are correct, which states that option number A is the correct option. So this is how we are going to cover everything. Whatever I have explained today in the class will be covered by me in details, and you will be able to solve these questions within no time in the exams. Total 120 questions will be given to you for 2 hours, and it is very important to know the concepts and everything behind it. Without it, you cannot do it. So we will be beginning with the actual class and the actual starting of the syllabus from tomorrow. We are not wasting any time. So those who are interested, they can enroll in our batches and they can contact us on WhatsApp. We will be sending you the fee detail and everything on that only, and our classes will be held on our app, so you have to register on that as well. So everything else you have doubt in, you can ask to us on WhatsApp and we'll be clearing your doubt. Don't if you are serious about this, then don't waste your time. The only thing that I will recommend to you is don't waste your time in searching for other resources and everything. We have everything prepared for you. You just have to come, take class, and prepare. Don't waste time, because time is much more valuable at this age, at this point. So respect it, and it will respect you. All the best. Thank you.